Hi, welcome to this demo of Spectrum Protect for virtual environments for Hyper-V and the new precheck utility, which is being introduced in version 8.1.11. This precheck utility is a shell script that is installed as part of your normal Spectrum Protect for VE for Hyper-V installation when you install it on the Linux mount proxy environment. And when you run the script, it's going to check for 6 things, and I'm going to walk you through those. Those are going to be the correct level of operating system, making sure the dsmcad is running, making sure the firewall is not enabled, making sure the libssh2 package has been installed, checking your iSCSI status, and checking on the automounter multipath lvm2 daemons. So just a couple notes, when you run this script, it is not saved. So if you do want to save the output, you'll need to pipe that out to a file, and you do not need any special privileges to run this shell script. Okay, let's get started. From the Linux mount proxy server, where you installed Spectrum Protect for VE HyperV, you'll want to go and change to /opt/tivoli/tsm/scripts. And in that directory, you'll see the new precheck.sh script that we have placed there. You can go ahead and run it by typing in /precheck.sh. You don't need any special privileges to run it. Now you can run it at any time you like. It doesn't damage anything. You definitely want to check it right after you've set up this mount proxy server to do file level restores. And it's basically going to look at 6 things, and it's going to go through and either give you a passed, a warning, or a failed status. So you can see here on the first item, which is checking for the supported operating system, we are running the SUSE Linux Enterprise 15 SP2, so it shows up as passed. For item number 2, we're checking for the TSM client acceptor daemon, dsmcad, and we can see that that failed because service is not started. And then it gives a note on how to resolve this. So we'll go ahead and resolve that by entering in service dsmcad status, and that just confirms that yes, this dsmcad is not running. Then we can type in service dsmcad start to start the service, and then once again we'll check the status with service dsmcad status. Now when we rerun the pre-checked script, you'll see that number 2, the TSM client acceptor daemon, now passes because the service is up and running. For number 3, we're going to check the firewall status. And ours shows up as passed because the firewall is disabled. This would show warning if the firewall was enabled, and then it would give suggestions to make sure that the ports were correctly opened. And we can only give a warning because we really can't verify or not if the ports themselves are open, so you'll have to do that manually. Number 4 is checking to see if the libssh2 has been installed. Ours passes. Libssh2 has to be manually installed with the RPM command on both Red Hat or SUSE. It is part of the install media. So if number 4 were to fail, you could go out to the operating system. You could do the RPM-QA to make sure it wasn't installed. And if you do an ls-l, you will see those packages out there that can be installed with the RPM command. So we'll change back to the /op/tivoli/tsm/scripts directory and run again the .precheck.sh script. And this time we're going to look at number 5, which is checking iSCSI status. And as you can see here, ours failed because iSCSI was not started. It does give you a note and the commands to use to start up the set status. So we'll issue the system control status iSCSI ID. That'll show us the status. and then we'll issue the system control start iSCSI ID. And then once again, we'll issue another system control status iSCSI ID, and that will show us that it has indeed been started. Okay, we'll go ahead and rerun the precheck script. And this time, if we look at number 5, we see that the iSCSI passes because that service is up and running. Now, when we look at number 6, we're checking the logical volume manager. This is your LVM configuration, and we get a warning saying that etc lvm.conf is installed, and it points to the tech note. The tech note covers the fact that if the auto_activation_volume_list is not defined in the lvm.conf file, the system will start the LVM automounter automatically, and this is not supported by the IBM Linux mount proxy. So to disable the LVM automounter, you want to add the auto_activation_volume_list equals open square bracket, close square bracket to the etc/lvm/lvm.conf file. And this will then make sure that no volumes will be activated automatically. So if the lvm.conf file is not installed, you will not receive any warning and it will show up as passed. 6A is checking the multipath configurations, and this is looking at the filtering settings. And 6B is looking at the LVM metadata caching daemon status. And both of those give notes if there are any issues you need to check. So in summary, this new precheck script allows you to check the prerequisites for the Spectrum Protect for virtual environments for Hyper-V Linux mount proxy server that'll be used to do file level restores. You can run it as often as you like. It does not do any damage. And that script is provided if you want to take a look inside the script itself. Thank you very much.